Hello and welcome to the Let Go Room. My name's Lisa. This is Bodhi and Maverick. They'll be joining just for a moment because they can't be trusted. And I'm so pleased you're here. So today's class is about grounding. So really grounding into the body, finding our way back into our bodies. We tend to get too busy and lose connection. So that's what our class will be today. Let's go. So finding our sit bones on the mat, really grounding in there, finding a comfortable seat for you. If you need something to elevate your hips, that's cool. Also finding an eye mask for our little meditation later, having those prepared as we just give ourselves time on the mat today. So starting off with a 3-part breath. We're going to breathe into the belly, breathe into the ribs, right up into the sternum. And as you exhale, I invite a full exhalation, just letting go and arriving on your mat to your little space. So let's all start with a normal in-breath and a normal exhale. Now breathing in, puffing up the belly, into the ribs, all the way up into the sternum, drinking in that breath. And as you exhale out, let go of all the stale air. Let's go again, breathing in, filling up the ribs, right up into the sternum, as much as you can bring in. Exhaling out completely and just letting go, arriving a little bit more into your space. One more deep breath. And exhale out, squeezing that last bit of breath. Beautiful. Okay, so let's soften down those shoulders. We're going to come into a twist here. Left hand onto right knee, right hand behind you. Let's breathe in, find some length in the spine. Now, if you've got a bind available, your right hand is going to look for the top of your left thigh. And again, we're inviting length in the spine. Crown of the head makes its way up towards the sky. And a bit of a neck stretch here. Optional, you can drop your left ear to your left shoulder. There's a lot of lefts and rights going on. Let's just take one deep breath. Exhale as we make our way over to the other side. Right hand, left knee. Find that length with the breath. Breathing in, make your spine nice and tall. Exhale, find that bind. If that feels good for your body, only putting what feels good into your body today. An option to drop right ear down to right shoulder. That beautiful neck stretch. Try to maintain that length in the spine. One deep breath. And back to center. Let's walk the hands out in front of us. Excuse me, Maverick. So pressing those sit bones to the back of the room, let's try to maintain that connection with our sit bones. Press back, forehead makes its way down to the floor. And just relax, puff out the belly, create some space around those organs. We want to release some stress today. Let's walk those hands back up. And change the interlace of the legs to the uncomfortable side. And then again, let's walk our hands out, finding that forehead as it looks for the floor, pressing back into those sit bones. Beautiful. Taking one deep breath here. Exhaling as you walk your hands back up. So let's bring the soles of the feet together in butterfly pose. So again, working that flesh out from underneath the sit bones, finding length in the spine on our inhale, and as we exhale, making your way forward, heart center down towards the floor. And if you think you've got availability for a bind, you can take those hands underneath the shins, underneath the ankles, and work forehead down towards the toes. So wherever you are, let's find 2 deep breaths. With every breath, let's just try to let any thoughts go. Just be here for this short time. And making your way back out. Let's draw those knees together. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. Drop the forehead down towards the knees. Feeling that beautiful stretch all the way down the back of the neck. Let's drop left temple to the knee. And take it over to the right, right temple towards the knee. Beautiful, coming forward. Again, let's bring heart center forward. We're going to make our way into some boat pose variations. So tippy toes here, draw heart center forward, locking in the core here. So I'm going to give you a couple of options. You can bring your knees up. Again, drawing heart center forward, and a little bit more core work if you like. You can extend your hands out in front of you. Take one breath. And release. Just try to engage into that core. Make sure we keep ourselves nice and safe through our practice here. All right, so coming onto our knees and they're hip width apart. Let's take left leg over to one side here. Right hand makes its way down towards the ground. Find whatever's comfy for you. Left hand's going to make its way up and over the body. So really open up through the chest, heart center towards the sky, and do whatever feels comfortable with your neck here. One deep breath as you extend from the tippy toes all the way to the fingertips. Exhale, making your way out. Left hand onto left knee. Right hand comes up and over. Again, let's try to maintain that integrity in the core here. You want to keep your back nice and safe today. And back to center. So keeping that right leg where it is, let's just turn towards the left leg and just make our way down, nose towards the knee. Should be feeling a beautiful stretch in the lower back here if there's any tightness. One breath. Making your way back out. Let's change sides. Right leg out this time. Taking left hand down towards the mat, opening up with the in-breath. Right hand extends. Find your posture for your shape of body. One deep inhale as you explore that extension through the fingertips and the toes. And then making our way back out. Right hand, right knee, left hand up and over. Extending here, grounding through that bottom leg. And let's leave that left leg where it is. Turn to face the right leg. And just draw our weight down over that knee. Releasing any tension in the neck here. One breath, nose makes its way down towards the knee. As you make your way out, coming back to center. All right, let's make our way into puppy dog pose from here. So our hips are going to stay high. We're going to walk our hands out in front of us, forehead down towards the mat. Drop heart center. So really find that stretch through the chest here. Open the sit bones to the back of the room. Beautiful for our backs here. And threading the needle from here, let's take right hand underneath the body and rest your right temple on the mat. So I'm going to give you options here. Do whatever feels good with that top arm or take it around and just try to find your right thigh here and come into a bind. So really grounding off that pose. Just one breath here. Exhaling, let's reset the body. Left hand threads underneath the body. Left temple to the mat. Option to do whatever feels good with that right hand and finding that bind if it's available for you. Let's take one breath here. And making our way up and out. So coming back into child pose just for a beat here. Sit bones make their way down towards the ankles. And I just want to really warm through that spine. So we're going to scooch the body through and come into a cow stretch here. Sit bones are open, dropping any tension in the belly. Let's find space in those organs. Before curling up like a cat, chin down towards the chest, we're going to roll back into child pose here. So breathing in, scooch forward, find cow. Exhale, find your cat stretch. Drop any tension in the neck before rolling back into child. Let's take one more round like this, breathing in. Breath with movement. And making our way back into child. So from here, let's find downward facing dog. We'll roll up and over our toes and make our way into downward facing dog here. So let's look for that alignment here. My feet are hip width apart. I'm trying to get my belly down towards my thighs here, taking any strain out of the back and actually opening up my fingertips and pressing my sit bones to the back of the room. You can pedal out those feet as we warm through those hamstrings. And then find stillness if that's good for you. Let's drop any tension in the neck here and in your face. Unclench your jaw. Let everything drop. And we're just going to walk our way up to the top of the mat and hang in Uttanasana here. So again, making our belly connect with our thighs. So you might like a nice bend in the knees there for that. You can interlace the hands behind the back if you're looking for a bit more shoulder stretch. Let your shoulders come up and over. One big deep breath. Let's drop the shoulders and roll the spine up, vertebra by vertebra. Drop any tension in the shoulders here. So starting up the top of our mat, let's really plant our feet in here, open through the toes, find your foundation. We're going to bend in at the knees, lock in through the core and make our way into chair pose. So our hands are coming forward if that feels good for you. Otherwise, hands on hips is fine, whatever you'd like to do here. And in our grounding class here today, we can just make our way up onto tippy toes on one foot and try the other. And then invitation to come up onto tippy toes here. Really working through those ankles. Try to soften your gaze and return the feet down. Let's breathe in, deepen into this chair. Really find those muscles in the thighs here. Just play here for one more breath. Deepening before hands to center. Let's exhale out and hang in Uttanasana. Breathe in. Let's find a half lift here. Hands might be on the mat or on your shins. Exhale, drop down. One more time. Breathe in, half lift. Find length in the spine. Open up your sit bones. On your exhale, plant your hands down. Let's step back into plank. So modified plank on your knees here, flattening the feet, or finding full plank if that feels good for your body today. So let's be gentle on the body too. Wherever we feel like going is cool. So we're really drawing that pelvis up towards the sky here, planting through the hands, drawing up through the kneecaps. And then making our way down into cobra. Or if you've got the space in your back, we'll come into up dog. So many options for what feels good for you today. And just meeting our bodies where they're at. Okay, let's make our way back down through child and back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. So we should be warming up through those muscles. Pedaling it out. Let's make our way up to the top of the mat. Breathing in, half lift. Hands on shins or mat. Exhaling. Drop any tension in the upper body. Let's breathe in. Rise up towards the sky. Find a little mini back bend if that's available for you. Keeping that nice, strong core there to keep ourselves nice and safe. And let's return with hands towards heart center. All right, let's take a vinyasa flow here, matching breath to movement. We're going to breathe in. Mini back bend if it's available. Exhale as you make your way back down and hang the body. Breathe in for that half lift. Planting hands, make your way back into your version of plank. Coming down, cobra or up dog. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pressing those sit bones, opening them up, pressing out of the wrists here. Take any strain at all out of there. Let's breathe in, bring right foot up towards the sky and open up through the hip. Feels like I'm playing with Figgy in the back there. Exhale, bring that foot back to the mat. Inhale, left leg up. Let's open up the hip. One breath. Exhale. Make your way to the top of the mat. Breathing in, half lift. Exhale, dropping down. Breathing in as you gather up the breath. Exhaling, heart back to center. Beautiful. All right, let's just take one more round here and we'll take ourselves through chair one more time. So really finding your depth here. Opening the sit bones to the back of the room. Breathing here, finding depth. Just playing with your edge where your body's happy taking you. So let's all breathe in. Exhale, drop down through the body. Breathe in, half lift. Plant hands. Make your way through your version of Vinyasa, cobra or up dog. Making your way back into down dog. Beautiful. So from here, let's drop down the knees, making sure they're hip width apart. We're going to come up onto the toes. So let's really spread through those toes and stretch them out. And locking in at the core here. Let's just first of all play with where our body's happy to take us with our integrity in our back. So it's almost like I'm using the muscles in my core as a corset just to keep me safe. And then right hand reaches back to find that ankle. Left hand can come up and over. And if it feels comfy, I can drop my neck back. And making our way back to center. If you're finding this super easy and you've got lots of space, bring the tops of your feet down. Left hand makes its way to left ankle. Let's again just play. It's not about dumping in at the back here. It's about making sure this movement, your version, is safe for you. Making our way back to center. If you can find both ankles here, bringing that pelvis forward, last thing to drop back is your neck. Finding full expression of camel pose. Beautiful. Let's make our way back out and into child pose. And feel that space you've created in the lower back there. So hands can be extended or down by your side, forehead towards the mat. We'll find a bit of breath here. All right. Let's make our way onto our backs. And hug the knees in towards the chest. So if there's any last little adjustments in that spine, feel free to rock and roll. Or just find stillness as you hug your knees. Whatever's comfy for you. You can bring some movement in, left to right. Keeping our neck safe here, just looking up towards the sky. So let's drop left foot down towards the mat and take our right ankle on top here. So pressing the right knee away from us as we come into reclined pigeon. So drawing left knee up towards the chest, taking hold of the thigh or the shin, and again working that right knee away from us. Feeling that connection. Our back, the back of our head is with our mat. So from here, if you can, left hand is going to reach around to look for left ankle. We're going to drop the left ankle to the mat and just let both knees drop out to the right. So from here, my right hand is going to come up and over. I'm making a banana shape with my body and I'm setting my gaze over to the left. It's a real brain tease, this one, but it's really such a beautiful stretch. We're getting some beautiful spine alignment here, working into our psoas muscle, my tibial band, my chest, my neck. It's really one of my favorites. So really puff out that belly here. If you hold tension in your tummy, it's really nice to bring that breath in here and really focus. I'm trying to release any tension or holding there. All right, we're going to take this over to the other side, even though I could stay here all day. So returning right foot down to the mat, left ankle onto right knee. And again, let's press the left knee away. So finding what feels good for this side of your body as we draw the right knee in towards the chest. And you might like to find stillness here or a bit of movement as we rock in and rock out. So this time, right hand makes its way towards the right ankle. We're just going to return that right foot down, drop both knees out towards the left, set the gaze over to the right, and my left arm is coming up and over, making that beautiful banana shape. Let's take 2 big, deep belly breaths here. And making our way out, hug those knees in towards the chest. We might just bring in a quick happy baby here. So taking hold of the shins or the soles of the feet, we're drawing knees down towards the armpits. So looking for any holding in that lower back. You might find this in your groin, wherever you've got tension in your body. And just taking one deep breath here. And making your way out. We're getting ready for our meditation. So getting yourself comfortable. If you've got an eye mask, if you get cold, you might like a blankie. And today's meditation is all about connection. So connection and grounding. It's really nice that we create space for ourselves just to connect in. Sometimes we can get a little bit too busy for that. So just settling in wherever you are. And just take a moment just for you. Just this moment to pause and reconnect and reset. And just notice the ground supporting you wherever you are. And know there's nothing you need to do right now. No expectations, no demands. Just this moment and your breath. And just noticing the coolness of your inhale. And as you exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves you. Inviting your breath to deepen. Your chest and belly to expand. And as we breathe in, steady, calm and present. Breathing out, feeling grounded and at ease. Allowing each inhale to draw you back to yourself. Now let's bring our awareness to the top of our head and soften the space around your forehead. Let your muscles in your face relax. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders and neck just relax. Just breathe into this space. Bringing awareness to your belly, letting it be soft, easy. Feeling any tension or holding leaving the body. Invite your whole body to soften from head to toe. And noticing the air around you, the sounds that come and go, and sense yourself grounded in your body, in your breath, in this moment right here. And know that you are connected. You are anchored in presence. Whenever you create the time, the space. And let's all take one more deep breath in. And a long, gentle breath out. And as you bring yourself back to this moment, back to your day, feeling a little calmer, a little clearer, a little more grounded. So thanking yourself for your practice today, for giving yourself the time, the support, and thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Wherever you are in the world, sending love from Australia, from my heart to yours.